An old song. It's an old shanty that I've kind of resurrected in my repertoire. I don't think I've ever sung it before. Got in the camera anyway. That's all right, of course. I'll try and sing this while my voice is still good. When I was a little boy, or so my mother told me, way all away, we'll haul away, Joe. And if I didn't kiss the girls, my lips would grow all mouldy. Way all away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the King of France before the Revolution. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis got his head cut off, which spoiled his constitution. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. The cook is in the galley, making duff so handy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. The captain's in his cabin, drinking wine and brandy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Once I had a minot girl, she were fat and lazy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But now I got a watchet girl, she's a real beauty. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. I went and spent my tin on girls, they made me feel so happy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But now I've got to see the dock, my old man's not happy. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Thank you.
Please the chair of Watchet Library Friends, Peter Murphy.
Well, as I say, follow that. Well, I spent an exciting hour this morning looking through the minute book of the Watchet Urban District Council from 1950. And I read that in the 8th of August 1949, a letter from the librarian at Minehead Library proposed a part-time library should be owned at Watchet to the British Legion.
Right here. A bit louder.
And Mr. Danby was amongst the councillors nominated to represent the council at a meeting to discuss this. And things moved on. And on Monday the 7th of April 1952, the Urban District Council resolved as follows: that this council hereby declare that the former Lightbirth House at the Esplanade Watchet, which has been purchased and adopted for use as a public library by Mr. Leonard Latey Stoke, and has been leased by this council to the Somerset County Council for the term of 99 years, from the 25th of December 1951, at the yearly rent of £1, shall be held by the Watchet Urban District Council, subject to the terms of the said lease, to be used only or for the purpose of and incidental to a public library for the inhabitants of Watchet, and that this council place on record their appreciation of Mr. Stokes' generosity. A year further on sees appointments to the Library Committee being made, which includes names like Mr. A.J. Short and Mr. A.L. Wedlake. On May the 5th, 1953, Mr. Leonard Latey Stoke open the new library. We all tonight want to see that tradition honoured by the Somerset County Council by continuing to maintain the library service in the present building. I think we all would agree with that, wouldn't we?
Hello everybody, have we had a good time?
Yay!
Does that mean you're going to give me some money? Yeah! I'm not going to spend a lot of time. We're obviously going to talk about some of the boring things like money and whatever, but before I do, I think more importantly, it's just great to see everybody here. We're all here to support the library, yeah?
Yay!
I'd be most grateful if any of you who've not indicated you want to help with the library. We've got a sheet here where you can leave your name, address, email and contact details. If at some point we need to help, volunteer, do things with the library, we'd love to have you leave your details so that we can hopefully get you involved in that. If you want to become a member of Watchet Library Friends, it's only £2 a year, £1 a year for under 18s, and you get lots of help with that. You can come and help in the library and do lots of work and stuff. Well, I just want to tell you about, we obviously have donation buckets, but more particularly, as you know, we're all about trying to save the library. One of the key things we're trying to do is we've actually launched a legal campaign to challenge Somerset County Council to stop them closing libraries throughout Somerset.
Shame.
34 libraries in Somerset, 11 are due to close. Watchet is one of them. Despite all the arguments, protests and everything else we've done at County, Somerset are not going to change their mind. We believe that the legal challenge that's been launched is the only chance we have to try and get them to change their opinion. We have a client in Watchet who's qualified for full legal aid. The case has been launched, but unfortunately, through various shenanigans, the Legal Services Commission have now come back saying, although the individual is qualified for legal aid, the community, that's us, can be asked to make some sort of contribution because we can benefit. And what we have is Watchet acting as the test case for the whole of Somerset, and through Watchet, through Somerset Library Friends, which is a group representing all the libraries in Watchet, we're trying to get pledges from people to help towards the cost of that legal campaign. If the case goes through and the case is won, in theory, Somerset County will pay all those costs and we'll get our costs back. But in order to drive that case through, we really need to show that we can raise some pledges. We've already got into 4 figures. I'm hoping that some of you, and I do have some forms which if anybody wants to fill, they can fill in. There's no pressure, but we'd be obviously very pleased if you would. If anybody wants to put anything in the bucket, you can also do that. What we're looking for is people to pledge anything from 5 to 500 or even 5,000, but anything is welcome. And what we're trying to do is to show we can build up sufficient to support the legal campaign which is being led through Watchet. We've already got support from people like Wiveliscombe Library, from other libraries in Somerset, and Watchet is seen very much as a test case. So we want to show that we can help drive this. So we really need support from everybody. And so if anybody wants to see me afterwards, I won't let you out the door until you do. We'll try and get some ideas of pledges. At the moment we're looking for pledges, not actually money. We'd need to convert that into a contribution fairly shortly, but at the moment we're trying to show that we can get up to the level of support needed to make this case go forward and actually get it in front of the judicial system to show that we believe it's illegal what Somerset County Council are trying to do. So we need help from everybody here tonight. No pressure, but we'd love if you can try and help us with that.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, everybody.
John.
A round of applause. Questions from the floor? Don't say that. There are questions from the floor.
Just one, what is the level you will need to achieve?
It's like the proverbial piece of string. In theory, with the fully funded legal aid, there should have been no contribution. The Legal Services Commission have come back saying it could be many thousands of pounds. Our public interest lawyers group, who are a pro bono group doing this work for us, think the number is about £5,000. We're already into 4 figures, but what we have to do over the next few weeks is to show that we can get levels of pledges to that level. And we've taken it to appeal. There is a legal panel who we've gone to saying we don't believe we should pay anything because legal aid should be a right for the individual for whom this case is being taken forward. But what seems to be happening is there's a politicisation of the legal aid process. As I said, if this case goes to court and the case were to be won, then Somerset County Council, in theory, would pay all the costs, and these pledges would then be paid back to the people who are pledging them. But we're in a catch-22. If we don't get the pledges, we can't launch the case. But we need to launch the case and win it, and then to get County Council to pay it. But we're looking for several £1,000s.
So, I tell you what, we need to kind of get on with the show, but if we can answer really quick questions. Here and here. Okay. Sam?
John, what precisely is the basis on which we're saying that we have a case? And what do your lawyers say the percentage?
I'll be very brief. Yeah, I'll be very brief. Public interest lawyers are doing it on 3 grounds. One, the 1964 Libraries Act doesn't allow County Council to close these libraries or reduce hours. Secondly, under the Disability Discrimination Act, Equalities Act, they're not looking after minorities. And thirdly, the consultation process that has gone through is not adequate. That's the basis of the judicial review. The barrister opinion of the case says it is far more likely we will win the case than lose it. And on that basis, Legal Service Commission have said we will fund it.
Okay. Quick question
Well,
at
I
the
was
back.
only going to say, if we did lose it, would there be a comeback for more money to balance out the costs?
No, basically there is no commitment. If we don't quite get to the target, public interest lawyers have either then got to decide to do it on a no-win, no-fee basis, or the case then stops. There is no commitment if we don't get to the...
Thank you.
Sean Irving, everyone.
I think Peter is present, don't you? Let's give him a big